Okay, September 8th. September 8th, 1974, Gerald Ford issues a proclamation pardoning Richard Nixon. This was remarkable. Gerald Ford had only been president less than a month after taking office upon the resignation of Richard Nixon. And so Gerald Ford today in 1974 said that he pardoned Richard Nixon. And this is the remarkable thing. And I've not read the full pardon, but if you read the speech, he said, I pardon Richard Nixon for all offenses he committed or may have committed against the United States, essentially during his presidency. The speech gives dates from this date to this date. So he wasn't pardoning him just for any instances or laws broken related to the Watergate break-in, but any offenses. So anything that Richard Nixon did that may or may not have been illegal while he was president. So that was kind of interesting. So that happened today. It's very controversial. It probably cost Ford re-election in 1976, a year and a half later, or 2 years later. But many historians today have said that it was probably the right thing to do. The Watergate scandals and investigations and the impeachment proceedings had already taken up so much energy and time from the country. There were other things we needed to be doing, and by Nixon having to resign in disgrace was probably punishment enough. The country needed to move on, and the only way to do that was with this pardon. Because had he not pardoned Nixon, it's likely that the legal battles would have moved into the federal courts and continued on for what could be years. And so by Ford pardoning him, it ended the whole thing. And so while it cost Ford the rest of his political career, it was probably the right thing to do. So that happened today in 1974. I'll see you tomorrow.